He was visited by the lost spirit of a boy. User Miguel explains that one night at around 7 p.m., his home surveillance cameras captured what seems like a boy on a bicycle appearing out of thin air. Then, as the boy stares confused at the car, he wanders off into the night. Curious as to who this kid might be, after talking to a neighbor about the event, he's told that a young boy recently lost his life to a car accident while riding his bicycle near their driveway. Now, this footage could very well be just a mix-up with the camera glitch while a kid's riding by, but due to the clip being captured hours after the incident, Miguel believes that he was visited by the lost spirit of the boy.
The creepiest things kids have ever said. "Grandpa's right there," said a 4-year-old boy as he pointed to an empty chair during a family reunion at the park, unaware that his grandpa had actually passed away earlier that year. He then continued and said, "Grandpa's waiting for Grandma to bring him a plate." The boy's words sparked a mix of reactions among the family members, some amused by his innocence while others felt a little uneasy. But then his grandmother eventually broke the tension by playfully quipping, "Tell Grandpa to get his own dang plate." A 4-year-old boy was found by his mother talking to an uncharged phone. When she asked him who he was talking to, he simply replied, "The lady on the phone. She said she'll take care of me better than you, Mommy." The mom, trying to laugh it off, reached for the phone, but the boy quickly added, "She says she's always watching." In a cozy room filled with toys and dolls, a 5-year-old girl was deeply engrossed in a game of make-believe as her parents watched. As she played with her dolls, one doll was given the role of Punisher, and the other, the role of a secret keeper. With a mischievous grin, the child made the Punisher doll scold and smack the other, saying, "This is what happens when you tell our secrets." While in an old cemetery, a 5-year-old boy pointed to a grave and asked, "Why is that man waving at me?" His parent looked around but found no one else in the entire cemetery. On a stormy night, the lights in a house suddenly flickered and went out, plunging the room into darkness. The parents who lived there felt around for candles and flashlights and were visibly anxious. And amidst the muffled sound of rain against the windows, their 6-year-old daughter whispered with an eerie calmness, "It's okay, Mommy and Daddy. The shadow people will keep us company until the lights come back." During a car ride, a 7-year-old girl sat in the back seat, her innocent eyes fixed on the passing road. She suddenly broke the silence and said, "Mom, Dad, why is the road bleeding?" Her parents exchanged puzzled glances, seeing nothing unusual outside the car windows, but their daughter's words sent a little shiver down their spines. They questioned her, "Sweetie, what do you mean? The road isn't bleeding." But the child insisted, "No, look, it's covered in red, like it's crying blood." Her mother, trying to soothe her, said, "Maybe it's just a reflection of the taillights from other cars, dear." Eventually their daughter dropped it, but as they continued their journey, the parents couldn't shake the unsettling feeling about their daughter and the bleeding road.
Okay, here we go. I don't know if some of you can handle this story or not, but we'll find out. Investigation in a very haunted basement in Greenville, Wisconsin. As some of you may know already, I used to do public tours, haunted tours for the public. At the time, it was called Bootlegger's Bar. This place was once a train station, a brothel, a funeral home, and many other things. So we were sitting in the basement in a circle doing an SB11 spirit box session. We were getting your average responses through the spirit box. Nothing too scary at first, but then 2 women seated directly across from me, freaking out, pointing and saying, "Brandon, look behind you, look behind you." And right there over my shoulder was a floating head. This thing was disgusting. It wasn't a watery figure, it was a freaking head. Looked like it was dripping almost onto my shoulder. It was that close to my face. We all quickly went upstairs. Here's where it gets really weird. When one of those 2 girls pulls out their phone later on to start recording, she notices a picture on her phone that she didn't take. This picture was time-stamped at 11:04 p.m., just before all of that other stuff went down. At that time, her phone was in her pocket, and there was no way that she took any pictures. She starts screaming, "That's what I saw next to you." It was the exact figure of the head that was floating over my shoulder. This son of a bitch wanted us to know he was there. Yes, I'm about to show you that picture. I hope you enjoy it.
This thing arrived in my mail with some packages, even though I didn't order it. It also came with this. You just adopted a new friend. Hi there, I'm Eyeless Cat. Eyeless I am, and a cat I may look, but it's just a cloak, a mask, a form I took. One to get me inside your house, mind, and life. Now I can consume you and take what I like. I'm a trickster, a scamp, some even say demon. Hissing and thrashing, I will leave you beaten. I'll destroy things you love for no rhyme or reason. I'll take out your eyes for their cold stare of spite. I'll scratch, claw, and bite, make you bleed every night, until not a shred of you's left in sight. The only way out, my bright-eyed new friend. And that's where it ends, because it's been torn off.
What you are seeing now corresponds to a video from a security camera that shows the fatal consequences left by a shooting carried out by members of rival gangs. There were 3 victims whose souls, in the opinion of our subscriber, were captured, leaving their bodies. Did you manage to see them? Almost immediately after the fatal shooting, the images show strange figures that seem to escape from the scene. However, one of them shows strange behavior, since after escaping, it tries to return to the body again. When this event came to light, the witnesses to that incident reported that apart from them, there was no one else there. Our subscriber fervently believes that this is the spirit of the participants. Spirits who were involved in a situation that happened so quickly that they simply did not realize that they had died. A question that even in the world of the paranormal and esoteric is difficult to answer.
A 4-year-old boy was playing with his blocks when he suddenly spelled out the word help. His parents were shocked as he pointed to it and started yelling, "Help! Help! Help!" louder and louder. When his parents didn't respond right away, he started throwing a huge temper tantrum, now screaming help non-stop. The parents then tried everything to calm him down, hugs, soothing words, even his favorite toy, but nothing worked. He got so mad that he started throwing his blocks everywhere, still screaming help. It wasn't until after an exhausting hour that he finally collapsed and fell asleep right away. His parents stood there completely stunned, wondering, did they help? Emily, a 6-year-old girl with innocent eyes, shared a bedroom with an old mirror that hung on the wall. One night she told her parents, "The man in the mirror wants me to let him out. He says he's lonely." Her parents chuckled, thinking it was just their child's imagination, and reassured her that there was no one in the mirror. But as the nights passed, Emily kept insisting, "He's still in there, and he sounds sad." Concern grew, and then one evening, in an attempt to calm their daughter down, the parents tried listening closely to the mirror, only to then hear a faint, desperate whisper seemingly from the mirror that said, "Let me out, please." One sunny afternoon, a 6-year-old boy sat at the dining table while his parents placed a freshly picked bouquet of flowers from the family garden beside him. Suddenly, the boy froze and turned to his parents with wide eyes, exclaiming, "Can't you hear that? The flowers are screaming!" His parents exchanged confused glances, unsure of how to respond to this creepy statement. But the boy's voice trembled as he begged, "Please, Mom, Dad, stop bringing the flowers into the house. They don't like it." Concerned and baffled, his parents tried to comfort him, saying, "It's just the wind rustling the petals, sweetheart. Flowers can't scream." The boy went quiet for a moment before responding with a cold, "They never forget."
Do not imitate what these parents did after they lost their daughter. Emma and James Bennett mourn the loss of their daughter Lily in an accident. Emma, seeking comfort, commissions a lifelike doll of Lily from an artisan named Miriam. The doll's uncanny likeness to Lily comforts Emma, unlike James, who finds the whole thing disturbing. But after he sees a light return to Emma's eyes, he decides to give the doll a chance. Soon enough, the doll begins to affect Emma's mental state, leading her to treat it like her daughter Lily, going as far as feeding it and showing affection towards the doll in public. James, worried about her mental health, decides to confront the doll's creator, Miriam. However, James faced a devastating revelation when Miriam revealed that both Emma and Lily perished in the accident, and James had commissioned the two dolls, suppressing the painful truth from his own memory.
I'm Savannah. And it is our 2-year anniversary. Officially 2 years. We've been dating for 2 years, but we've known each other forever. You didn't just see something come in here?
Don't touch my car like that.
Can you give me a phone, please?
What?
Can you give me a phone? I want to send a text. What are you doing sitting outside this house?
What are you doing?
I live here.
You don't live here.
What are you doing?
Can you get your hands off my car, please?
No.
Please.
What are you doing?
Leave. Go away.
What are you doing?
Go away.
Welcome to fucking Zimbabwe, you stupid little pent. Get away from here.